When Senator Booker pressed for transparency on the Jeffrey Epstein files, what followed wasn't a policy debate. It was a masterclass in institutional obstruction. You're about to witness how a simple request for truth about one of America's most notorious criminal cases turned into a Senate showdown that exposed exactly who wants those files to stay hidden and why.
If Senator Booker's willing to withdraw his amendment in the interest of passing this bipartisan anti-opioid bill out of the committee and through the Senate and seeing it enacted into law and hopefully saving some lives in the process.
Senator Booker.
Mr. Grassley, sir, I have asked for someone to address my New Jersey concerns for months now. There was an incident in which you got a special carve-out for your state when they froze funds, but I have got no justice for New Jersey. So if you want to postpone this and address my New Jersey concerns about the resources we are not getting, and I know you would do that with me in good faith, I would be happy in our next meeting, but right now I am sticking with my amendment.
It'd be faster to address your concerns for New Jersey if you'd asked me to help you with the administration to get something done so you can get your money.
Sir, I've got no, I'm not from you.
Then if you do it through the legislative process, tell me that. Let me make a conversation with the White House on your issue.
But I'm going to stick with my amendment until I get satisfaction on that.
The clerk will call the roll.
And what are we voting on? I have no idea. On my amendment?
No, we're voting.
It's the second degree.
Call the roll on the Cornyn amendment.
Mr. Grant.
Aye.
Mr. Cornyn.
Aye.
Mr. Lee.
Aye.
Mr. Cruz.
Aye.
Mr. Hawley. Mr. Tillis. Mr. Kennedy.
Aye by proxy.
Mrs. Blackburn.
Aye by proxy.
Mr. Schmidt.
No.
Mrs. Britt.
Aye by proxy.
Mrs. Moody. Mr. Durbin.
No on concealing the Epstein files.
Mr. Whitehouse.
No.
Ms. Klobuchar.
No by proxy.
Mr. Cruz.
No by proxy.
Mr. Blumenthal.
I vote no because I vote no on concealing the Epstein file.
Ms. Verona.
No by proxy.
Okay.
Mr. Booker.
I vote no on this effort to conceal the Epstein files.
Mr. Padilla. Mr. Welch.
No, I'd like the Epstein files.
Mr. Schiff.
No on concealing the Epstein files.
Chairman Grassley.
Aye.
On this vote, the ayes are 12, the nays are 10.
Okay, the Cornyn amendment is adopted. Now we will go to the clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Chairman, point of order. So his second degree, which had nothing to do with immigration, which was to conceal the Epstein file, Senator Cornyn's effort to conceal the Epstein files right here on 1 and 2 has now violated my amendment. There is no amendment anymore. It passed.
That's right. That's right.
And Cornyn is saying, yes, I did something to stop the American public from seeing the Epstein files. It renders my amendment moot. That was the intention of Senator Cornyn's amendment that he just passed, which was to conceal
Chairman,
the...
I have to respond. Nothing we are voting on today is going to change any of the debate about the Epstein files.
Is
That debate will continue.
That is not
And if
true.
you don't acknowledge that, I just have to, I really question whether your amendment is actually in good faith or not, because nothing's going to change that. But, Mr. Chairman, my second degree amendment passed, which included striking the Senator Booker's amendment. I believe we've, committee's spoken.
May I respond? He directly referenced me. May I respond? Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
So Mr. Cornyn claims that nothing about this would end debate. We're not seeking to end debate. We're seeking to pass legislation out of this committee that would force the disclosure and the transparency and the truth being made public. We had a chance today that Senator Cornyn blocked to make the truth known to the American public. We had the power today, the possibility today, to force out the truth regarding the Epstein files and the lies and the obfuscation that is happening by this administration. What Senator Cornyn did today was to block the truth about what's happening with the Department of Justice and the Epstein file. It is that on its plain truth, no matter how much he wants to try to dodge that truth.
Mr. Chairman, I have to respond.
Well, quickly, because
I
Graham
will
wants to
respond
speak.
quickly.
Take your time.
What Senator Booker
Joe,
is trying to do is to kill this underlying bipartisan bill that will hopefully save hundreds, maybe thousands of lives because of the opioid crisis. It's already taken tens of thousands of lives in this country over recent years because of the Biden open border policies. So I'm simply trying to preserve this bipartisan legislation, again, that will save lives. The debate that he and I are having over the Epstein files, I doubt will be resolved today based on any amendments either he or I offer. So that's the reason for my amendment, because I want to save lives from the opioid crisis. And I believe his amendment is a distraction from that and actually will jeopardize seeing this bipartisan legislation enacted into law.
Mr. Chairman,
Graham,
Mr. Chairman,
Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Chairman, may I respond?
no, I'm calling on Graham.
I thought you were going back and forth, sir. I didn't know
I'll
that.
be real quick. So if Senator Booker's problem is with the bill itself, which it seems to be, I understand that. Hopefully, we can work out a way to get money to your state you think does justice for New Jersey. I got that. That makes perfect sense. But the Epstein amendment, present it some other way, it's not going away. What we're trying to do with this bill is really good. And there's no end to this, a way of doing business here. If this is a headline about Cornyn blocks transparency of Epstein, then that would be sad because he's responding to your amendment that would make the bill, quite frankly, fail. I want to help Senator Booker with your problem, but what you're doing, I don't think is helpful to the bill. I don't think it's helpful to the committee. I don't think it's helpful to your problem.
Senator Graham, there's not been a time in my career where you said you want to help me that you didn't. So I'm going to take you up on that, and I'm going to withdraw
glad to-
and I'm going to withdraw my amendment.
You're a good man, and I will try to deliver with Senator Grassley the best I can.
Mr. Chairman, I would
withdraw your-
also,
Okay,
I would also ask leave to withdraw my amendment and vote on the underlying bill.
What Senator Booker exposed in this hearing reveals how institutional power protects uncomfortable truths from public scrutiny, even when transparency has bipartisan support. When Booker demanded disclosure of Jeffrey Epstein files, he forced colleagues to choose between accountability and avoidance. Senator Cornyn didn't challenge Booker's facts about public demand for transparency. Instead, he deployed a procedural maneuver designed to kill transparency while appearing to address immigration concerns. The tactical brilliance of Cornyn's amendment was its deception. By wrapping his effort to block Epstein file disclosure in language about immigration and opioids, he created political cover for what was fundamentally obstruction. Booker saw through this immediately, pointing out that Cornyn's amendment had nothing to do with stated policy goals and everything to do with striking transparency provisions. This matters because it demonstrates how institutional mechanisms can be weaponized to avoid accountability. When Booker referenced truckloads of evidence mentioned by Trump's Attorney General nominee, he highlighted a contradiction. If there's substantial evidence of crimes and potential co-conspirators, why resist disclosure? The procedural outcome was predictable. Cornyn's amendment passed along party lines, effectively neutering any legislative push for transparency. When senators vote to block disclosure while claiming to support law enforcement, they create a credibility gap that undermines public trust. Booker's final capitulation, withdrawing his amendment after Graham's intervention, illustrates how legislative priorities get weaponized. The underlying opioid bill became hostage to transparency demands, forcing a choice between immediate policy wins and long-term accountability. This dynamic ensures that uncomfortable truths remain buried while appearing to prioritize urgent public health needs. The real revelation here isn't about Epstein files specifically. It's about how power structures protect themselves from scrutiny by making transparency appear unreasonable or politically costly, even when the public overwhelmingly supports disclosure. Consider the victim's perspective that Booker repeatedly emphasized. When senators vote to conceal evidence while claiming to care about crime victims, they create a moral contradiction that victims notice. These aren't abstract policy debates when real people are waiting for justice about potential co-conspirators who remain unnamed. What makes this particularly troubling is the precedent it sets for future oversight. If committees can routinely block transparency through pursuit or manipulation, then meaningful congressional oversight becomes impossible. The public loses its primary mechanism for ensuring government accountability. This hearing also revealed the calculated nature of political theater versus genuine accountability efforts. Notice how quickly senators pivoted from defending transparency to negotiating its abandonment when political pressure mounted. The speed of that reversal suggests transparency was never the real priority. Political positioning was.